Hello and welcome to CaraBrandonCreations. I'm starting this video off a bit differently than normal. I'm doing an unboxing. I recently reached out to the company called Glassboard Studios and asked if we could do like an affiliate thing, and they agreed, and they sent me their magnetic glassboard, which is super exciting. I've been wanting a way to cover my workspace with something other than my contact paper. I've been using contact paper for years, and I can't tell you how many layers of contact paper I have, so when it gets really grungy, I have just been putting a new layer of contact paper. And so I was thinking, okay, I really should just get something that's functional and looks nice. And I saw Erin Reed Makes do a video of her glassboard, and I thought, oh, that would be great because they're a bit larger than my other glass mat. So I'm excited. I would love to know your comments. You do see reflection. I'll show you here in a second. But I'm just wondering what your thoughts are. Does it look okay? Is it better than my contact paper? So I will use it for a while, and then I will give a second follow-up review of how I feel about the mat. And the link is below if you're interested, along with a discount code. Again, it's magnetic, which is really cool. So here I'm showing the magnets that go, okay, let me try that again. There's magnets you can purchase that you can use with the magnetic mat. And there's this really strong ruler, which, I mean, it will hold a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's little trays that they also sent, which is very cool. All right, so I'm gonna hop into the video where I'm kind of talking about these. Okay, so here is my glass board, and I have my little magnets that they sent, and these are so strong. And, oh my gosh, there's a ruler. Maybe this isn't a good place to start. That I have on my stand. And if you lift it up like that, it's good. Yeah, so there's a ruler. Great for holding papers and different things. I love that when you're die cutting, you can set your dies on here and they won't get lost. I love that. I'm very excited about that. Let me know about the reflection. Right now I'm videotaping at night, so it might look different than when I videotape during the day. So it's something to kind of keep track of. And they sent me these really cool trays that have little grips, so you can put them on your mat and they won't slide around. You can also set them off to the side of your mat and then just brush things into them. Great for ephemera, dies, or die cuts that you've cut out. Really, really cool. Excited to use those. Okay, so let me know your thoughts on the reflection of the mat. And thank you, Glassboard Studios, for sending this very cool mat to me. I'm excited to use it, and yeah, all right. And hopefully it will keep my desk cleaner. The desk that I usually film on, my wood grain, it's just contact paper. And whenever it gets really grungy, I would just put another layer of contact paper. That's why I wanted something like this, because I could actually clean it and then it would be ready for the next video. So we will see. I'm very excited about this. I hope it works, and I hope it's not too reflective. Okay, on to my next task for the week. Ranger came out with labels for all things distress, and I watched his video, his live, and I thought, oh my gosh, I was just gonna do my oxides, but then of course Tim showed his very, very cool ideas, and he did all of the things. So I'm excited. I went through, and I think it was their labels previously. I inked them and I put them on, but it doesn't have the name. So I still have to pull it out to see which color I'm getting. So I'm excited that the colors are on here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And I'm also liking it because these labels that I did put on are starting to curl on the edges. So yeah. In Tim's video, he did all 4 sides of his ink. I'm okay with just one because it's just going to be the one that's sitting facing out from my shelf that I have these on. But I am going to do pencils. He did pencils. He did oxide ink. He did the minis. So yeah, I got the ones, the multi-kit that has the large labels, the circles, the minis, and these minis. And I'm also gonna do my swatches. So I'm very excited. All right, so let's see. And he also said to use a pick. If you haven't watched the video and you're doing this, I would definitely recommend watching his video. And he did one color for oxide and one color for ink. I don't know, do I want white or do I want black? I think I'm gonna do this one. The black for oxide and white for ink. All right. I messed up my pokey tool. I think I need to soak it. I think I got glue stuck in there. Okay, we'll do that because it's really hard to put in and out. Okay, so he also mentioned that these are repositionable. So if you mess up, you can take them off and put them on. So I'm gonna try and get straight, but you know how I am. I ride the struggle bus. OMG. All right, that's not bad. Oh, but it's not really in the center, is it? Is it? So let me demonstrate the repositionable side of this. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's not going to be 94 times repositionable, but oh well, this is going to take a while if I'm this much. Okay, that's pretty darn good. Yep, okay. Whew. Let's see. Yeah, these ones are already coming off. So, how is week 2 going? It's almost the weekend of week 2. If you haven't started, you maybe are planning on working on things this weekend. How are things going? I had to re-clean up my craft desk again. The daughter went off to college, but before she left, she was working on a project and left the mess. Isn't that sweet? It's sweet. So I had to redo the cleanup. So now I'm finally, oh my gosh, I don't know how he was able to use that to place it. I am not getting that to work. Oh my gosh, this might be a project that takes years. It's not straight. Okay, I'm okay. It's okay. We gotta move on. We have too many to do. See, like this one really should go like that. And this one needs a thingy. You know what I mean? But a dauber. That's the word. Here's my bucket of labels from before. And I keep my new daubers in here. There's a gal on Instagram. I don't know if she's on YouTube. And she does thrift store finds. And then she shows how she stores all of her thrift store. I can't think of her name. But she shows how she stores everything. Oh my gosh. Talk about one organized gal. She has a place for everything. It's very impressive. If I can find her name, I'll link her below too, because she's just fun with all of her organization places. Not really craft related, but we all dig a good thrift store find. All right. What is this? Picked raspberry. I swear I should go watch the video. He took it and he put it on his little pick, and then he put it on his label, his thing, just like that-ish. All right, I'm gonna be happy with that. Nice that it shows the color too. It's pretty exciting. Tattered rose. All right. How about I get back to you after I do more than 3 of these. Okay. Okay, so I did manage to get all of my Distress Oxide inks and my Distress inks labeled. I'm not sure how long it took, but I got it done. I forgot to take a picture of them all nice and neat on my wall. I'll take a picture and put it in the Facebook group. I just love a Roy G. Biv. And here I'm doing the same thing with my mini inks. I don't have the mini Distress Oxides. I just have the mini inks. And I'm first putting them in the same color order as the labels. I found it is easier. And I'm going to put the small circles in the tray and then the rectangle labels on the outside of the Distress ink. And then that way it's easier to put back in. I also put the stickers on all of my oxide inks, sprays. Is that what I'm saying? Sprays, and my pencils. And was there something else? Oh, and my paint. I don't know if I have video of that, but I was a busy girl. All right, let me know how was your week too. Post your pictures in the group, and I'll see you on Monday with week 3. Have a wonderfully crafty day. Bye-bye.